I presume that was some sort of developer logo. Oh no. I thought this game was in English. Spanish. English! Hooray! We figured it out. Good. Right, never mind any of that rubbish. I presume that was some sort of developer's logo and was not in fact an advert for a Mustang. Right then, let us get on with the game. Oh goodness, I'm involved. Right then, so good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a demo for a little game called Cursed Silence, I think it is called. Do I have a light? Yes I do. Can I answer the phone? No I can't. Oh goodness, how does this work? Oh goodness, with difficulty. Oh my giddy aunt, the mouse is incredibly sensitive. Let me out. Well, I'll try and do that, but oh giddy aunt, these seem to be locked. All right, we seem to have various different horrifically unhygienic things here. So yeah, you can just pick up random crap and look at it if you so desire. Isn't that nice? Can I answer the phone? I don't seem to be able to now. Alright then, so I don't know very much about this game, other than this is meant to be a little bit spooky, and oh my giddy, oh that's small. Alright, let me use this key and sincerely hope that, I want to turn the light on, done that make my life easier. This is a depressing office to have, given it's got no windows in it. Can I use this on the door somehow? I'm pressing E, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Unless this key is for something else, like maybe this bottom drawer. Not that. Would you thank you? Okay, right, that opens the bottom drawer. There we go. Okay, so this has the blue symbol on it to tell you it's for this door. This is sensible, and I appreciate this. Okay, so then we might be looking for another door, which is or another key rather for this different door. Okay, that's an interesting way of telling me what different doors and keys go together. All right then. I like that we lock the bathrooms, which must be really convenient when you're at work one morning after having a curry the previous night. Okay. We yeah, I didn't expect this to be set in an office. It's relatively rare to find legitimate horror in a sort of corporate environment. Usually, when you mix the corporate environment and playground rocking horses? Hang on a minute. Playground rocking horses that only seem to have a texture from one side. Yeah, this is literally a playground. Why is there a playground here? This is very bizarre and mysterious. I presume there's a key somewhere along here that I have to find. So, let me look around for a moment, again with these things only having textures on one side. I seem to remember reading something on the page about the developer still being quite new to game development, so naturally there may be a few rough edges and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to criticise them for that. I'm just going to sit here and be confused about why there's a playground in the middle of an office building, but never mind, because I'm not going to be able to get through any of these doors. It's also very quiet. I can't get through here, can I? Oh, I can, because I've still got a key for all this, don't I? I forgot about that. Why is everything so monochrome as well, apart from the signs on the doors? There's a little dinky boat there. How adorable. Again, this seems very childlike with little bricks and things. I'm sure all the pens are about. Don't really know as I trust most children with a pen. But never mind. What do we have here? Sort of little backpacks or something. Again, suggesting children. Maybe this isn't an office then. Maybe this is more like a almost like a kind of a daycare centre, perhaps. We know that's a square, that's a triangle. Where's a circle? I think both of the bathrooms were green. Here we are, this is what I want. It seems like the door handles get a little bit brighter when you've got the key for it, which is a nice touch. It's subtle, but it's useful. Is there a light? Is there a light that I can turn on? Not really, because I can't really see the dot in the middle of the screen very clearly. What do we have here? Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt. How the hell am I supposed to read this? Oh, with enormous difficulty is the answer to that question. Oh, please, just turn it round. Oh, just stop it! Right, hang on. There we are. That'll do. I don't know what to make of what I saw in the kitchen last night. It was a man, but there was something about him. He was tall and thin, with pale skin and dark sun. He sounds a lot like me, actually. It's probably just getting a midnight snack. I do get dreadfully hungry at night. I couldn't see his face very well because he was wearing a hooded sweater, definitely wasn't me, pulled low over his head, but I could tell he was staring at me. At first I thought he might be a new employee, but he didn't respond when I greeted him. He just stood there staring at me with those dark, empty eyes. I feel a chill run down my spine, and I know that I needed to get out of there. I don't know who the man was or what he wanted, but I don't think I want to find out. I will be avoiding the kitchen from now on, and that's for sure. Alright, so I presume this is a clue for getting open the yellow hexagon room. So, perhaps the yellow hexagon room is the kitchen, or there's something in the kitchen that will help me help me through here. I don't know. I like this picture though. It's quite nice. I do wish it wasn't quite so dark though. All right, let's find the green circle room. Where might that be? This one? Yes, indeed. Green. Oh no, that's not a green circle, is it? That's a green hexagon. I do sincerely apologise for being stupid. I didn't pay attention to my own advice when I said look at the door handles. I can hear her crying. It's immensely quiet crying, but never mind. Yes, here's the yellow hexagon now. Oh, I can go in here. Hello, who are you, and what precisely are you up to? I'm not entirely sure what that was, but it looked sort of exciting and interesting, and now it's really, really dark. I can't turn my light on. Oh, I am here, in a place. I don't know, it's very quiet.
I don't remember lying down yet.
I think you mean before, but never mind. Can I turn the music up a bit? Mouse is super. No, I'd rather like turn that down. Never mind. Let me put the volume of the game up a bit for you, because it is dreadfully quiet. Alright, that might be a little bit better for you.
I shouldn't read it.
You shouldn't, but we're probably going to anyway. But never mind. Alright, so this is the diary of somebody by the name of Emily. I remember that name being on the... What is that? Oh, it's a mannequin? Yeah, in the settings menu I noticed you can press F and then use the scroll wheel for flashlight intensity if you want to have something a bit less bright. Why under the sun do we have this mannequin with an absolutely enormous arse? What precisely does the bedroom demand that makes use of this? I dread to think, but never mind. Should we eat this apple? No, we shall not. Alright then, let us not worry about that. Let's just get the hell out of here before we get arrested for something. Oh goodness, I like this picture. This is sort of cool. The Grim Reaper seems to have brightened up his act a bit, which is a bit weird, but never mind. Hello, how are you, you funny looking, very funny looking fellow.
Where did I leave my pills?
I don't know, we probably need to put the volume even higher, because it's still dreadfully quiet. Alright, well at least we can turn the flashlight off, because we've got the lights on. Where are my pills? I don't know, but there's a hell of a lot of mess over here.
I really should take my pills right now.
I'm trying to tell if that's a voice actor or a text-to-speech program, because it sounds suspiciously like the latter. Where are my pills? Here they are! Yum.
Thank God I have these. My mind
Yum.
is really messed up.
Delicious. I'm not entirely sure I should be taking quite this many, but hey-ho.
I had more pills. I'll buy more tomorrow. How many did I take last night?
Probably too many, judging by the number you've just taken, but never mind. You know, I don't claim to...
Earlier? It didn't feel like a dream, but it gave me chills.
Yeah, I don't know, there's just something so... Like, there's such a lack of emotion to the voice that it sounds like a text-to-speech program to my mind, which was a bit of a disappointment. But, But never mind. What we got here? Game of cards. Not really sure who we're playing against. We've got a bloody strong hand.
She meant everything to me.
And I presume she's Australian, judging by the fact I can't get a photograph the right way out. Never mind. I drink my coffee.
It's late for supper.
It's never too late for supper, my friend.
It's late for supper.
I completely disagree with you. What's this? It's a Tamagotchi. Alright, I'm not entirely sure why I have a Tamagotchi, but I don't know. Judging by the thinness and the wideness of the television screen, I'd assume that we're setting this in the modern era, in which case I think we're a bit beyond Tamagotchis and
I could play this all day long.
and knockoff Game Boys. I'm sorry, what is this? Can I actually play this game? Am I actually capable of playing this game somehow? Seems to be some sort of Tetris ripoff. Can I put the bloody thing down? I
Pick
can't.
them up later.
Would you shut up? Either play the game or put the thing down. I can't figure out how to do either at the minute. Alright, never mind. We'll just pretend like this is important and we'll go back to bed, I presume? I suppose? Possibly? I don't know. Maybe we should clean the place up a bit.
I need to get some sleep.
Just want to go to play video games in bed. Yeah, and I'm going to take this with me into the dream. I don't think this was supposed to happen. I think I've ever so slightly broken this. I can still hear the bloody phone going off. Not that the door's working anymore. All right then, let's pretend like we know what we're doing. Apparently we can go through here, even though I don't remember picking up a key for it. And there's a weird handle here, like you have in the shower sometimes, to prop yourself up.
No. No.
All right, that's an interesting form of diary protection. I don't have that on mine, but never mind. Would be Am I the only person that thinks that when you're on the throne, you might like a bit of privacy, instead of just having like the opportunity to have a debate with somebody while you relieve yourself? Apparently that is not what these people believe in. Right, sorry, I'm not looking around here in excruciating detail for any reason other than wanting to find another key. I'm not able to like pick this up and take it with me, am I? No.
No.
Nope. I can just hear its complete refusal to allow me to read it. Alrighty then. Since I'm completely confused about what keys I've got and what keys I haven't got, I'm just going to wander around for a second and see if any other doors are available. This has changed. Someone's planted a tree. Ah, yes. Again, this would What was the point of scratching out the first two numbers? Because it's either 1900, in which case it's 123, in which case, oh boy, or it was 2000, in which case that's perfectly reasonable, but why bother scratching it out? Oh, I don't know. Looks like there's another key up here. No idea where it goes, though. Probably to another drawer or something, given that it doesn't have a label on it in order to tell me where it might go. Maybe this goes to opening the diary, given that that is the only lock that I have seen. Oh, I can sprint here. That's good. Alright, can I open this now? I don't know if you could hear that. That was immensely quiet, but there was a little scream off to the left. Right, let me see if I can wrestle this into a position I can read it. I was there, all alone, or so I thought. Oh my giddy, oh, that'll do. That'll do, Phil, thank you. Life no longer made sense. I knew it was leaving forever. Even then I had a glimpse of hope. Hope that was suddenly out of me. I don't have time to defend myself. The last thing I remember is that he was taking me away. Why, I'll never know. I guess jealousy makes you lose all rationality. Will I forgive him? No, I want him to suffer much more than me. Oh, good. The jealous, spurned lover. Which admittedly is not something that you usually see in a horror game. You usually see something a little bit more sadistic, like a person in a piggly suit with a great big axe who's trying to cut your face off. Right. You'll pardon me if I have little interest in going down the other end of that corridor.
What are you doing here?
You've moved. Why have you moved, and why am I unable to move? And also, why can I never answer the bleeding phones in this game? Giddy on, it's like wandering around the streets of Arkham City. I can't move or anything.
Emily, it's me. been looking everywhere for you. It's been 3 days. I can't shake off this feeling that something's very wrong. Call me back, please. I need to know you're okay.
Now that's a...
Let them find you.
Oh. Okay, well that got better than I expected it to. So, fascinating. Now that second bit of voice acting had some emotion to it, right? Just turn this back into something I can actually comprehend. Although oddly the this here, whatever you would call this, the explanation of the controls isn't written in Spanish. So the poor Spaniards have no idea how to play the game. But hey ho. Never mind. Yeah, that second bit of voice acting had a bit of spirit in it. I feel like the first one leaves something to be desired. But never mind, you can't have everything. I like the twist at the end. The fact that it reveals that we are in fact the mischievous man himself, who seems to have kidnapped Emily, and now seems to be... Although actually we seem to be in Emily's house, given that the people who are looking for Emily seem to be calling Emily at her landline, which is a bit out of date for 2023, but never mind. So, yes, that was a decent little demo. I feel like with a slightly sharper-looking environment, so things that look quite so plasticky, and a tad better voice acting, then that could be quite interesting to have a dynamic where you play as some sort of villain, but you're sort of dealing with your own horrors while inflicting horrors on other people, which is interesting and not all that often seen in the indie horror market. So ain't that just peachy? The answer to that is definitely. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to know the whole story, don't judge me. I've made many questionable choices in my life, and what you're about to see is one of them. I am not proud of it, but I promise this is the last one. I worked with someone I met online. They would tip me off about good houses to sack. They knew everything, where the owners were out, what's inside the place, where the cameras are, back doors or alarms. I never asked them for more. We shared the money, but never our names, and that was all I needed in my life. Would you kindly get out of the way? My name is Tommy, and this is my last job. Sit down, settle. The key should be somewhere near the front door. Right, we'll continue. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Right then, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me to reposition the cat. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called The Last Job, of which I do not know very much about, apart from that we are some sort of criminal vagabond who has decided to do a little bit of stealing. I was just about to open my fat pie hole and say, goodness, it's quiet. It isn't anymore. Right mouse button to use the flashlight. Ooh, I pressed F and you come up with the prompt. Thank you very much. If you know that people are going to press F to use the flashlight, why don't you just make the flashlight F then? I don't know, it doesn't make any difference. We have some cute little flowers down here. Is the key hidden amongst these? Secreted between the foliage? Possibly, possibly not. Would you please just stop being a pain in my neck? Thank you very much, madam. So where's this key? I see it not. Is it in the little bird box, perhaps? No, perhaps not. Right then. So yes, we seem to be some sort of little robber, but this is, unlike most games that involve a bit of thievery, this is actually a horror game. Apparently we encounter some little spookaliciousness. Here's the key, we have found it. How do I pick things up? By clicking on them, that seems fair enough. Yes, apparently we incur some small amount of psychological damage from engaging in this this little soiree of mischief, if you like. Alrighty then, what can we find other than some clothes and some oddly placed bookcases, which mean we don't make very efficient use of our space. But never mind. Here is a picture that I see in many a game. I don't remember him having quite such globular buttocks before, but never mind. Presumably that means it's something in the public domain that anybody is allowed to use without getting shot by a copyright lawyer. What do we have here? We have a picture of a man. We have a statue of a horse and also of a moose. Not talking about you, shush. Alright then. So presumably I'm here to steal... Why is the wood out of the fireplace? Surely the wood should be in here. Some of the wood isn't here. Sorry, I thought it was a statue at first, and it's not a statue. It is just a little bit of wood. I don't know why the wood isn't in the fireplace, though. I'm not exactly a fireologist, but I do know that wood needs to be in the fireplace, not on the floor. Right then, let's stop mucking around for 5 seconds and have a look at this piece of paper. Maybe I can find the rest of it. This week, the Dar and Raven's Fur. Well, indeed. Alright, can I press buttons? Can I call the police? Can I call the police and report myself? Can I actually do that? Oh no, I think that's just like activating a voice message system. Oh, I thought I could actually call the police. That would be really funny if there was a thief game where you could actually call the police on the home phone and report yourself. Or just report them for a game crash. Just report them for leaving in the middle of their supper, or possibly the middle of their breakfast, actually, looking at what most of the ingredients are, but never mind. Here's a piece of paper. That was a nice touch. I rather enjoyed that. I think this game needs a bit more sound design, though. I feel a bit awkward just on it on my own. Can I put this here? Here we are. Oh, there's different sort of numbers. Look, there's sort of numbers and letters. They might suggest a little bit of a code at some place. But yeah, a little bit of atmosphere might help. Maybe a little bit of rain on the roof, for example, or the wind in the trees, just to add a little bit of atmosphere to this, so it's not quite so quiet. This door is locked. Well, fiddlesticks and confound everything. What about this one? This one, however, is not locked, and this leads into a very modern and expensive-looking bathroom with what I initially thought was a mirror, but I think is actually a television screen. I think that's probably... Oh no, that's a cupboard. That's not a mirror. You can tell it's not a mirror because I can't see myself in it. Mind you, I am a video game protagonist, and the chances of actually being able to be seen in the mirror when you're a video game protagonist is almost as low as there being a indie horror game where you don't need to find 65,197 million keys. Righty-ho then, let us go upstairs and see what mischievous things we can pilfer from this very upset man. Not a lot, it would seem. And, okay, I didn't realise that was in the public domain, but I suppose it's old enough that it must have graduated to the public domain by now. Oh, goodness. There is another man over there. Did not see that before. Alright, well, I guess the art makes sense. If they're a wealthy sort, they seem like the kind that I might be stealing things from. My friend Bigfoot, says woman from 1950s. Alright, oh, these are records. I thought that was a calendar at first. That would have been a very, very weird calendar. A Bigfoot calendar. I really hope it's not a pin-up calendar. That would be something that none of us needs to see. Ever and for always. Alright, what do we have in here? We have an untidy bedroom. I see lots and lots of these little statues. Why does this one have its head knocked off? I seem sort of Roman. I thought it was Julius Caesar at first, but I don't think it is actually. Let's see what else we can find. Lots more records, or possibly magazines, I'm not entirely sure. Although, actually, looking at this one, it's two. No, that one's definitely a magazine. It's not square enough to be a record. Alright, here's a squirrel, and a goose, and a secondary squirrel. Excellent. I'm glad to see we've got some wildlife lovers here. And some CDs. Goodness, they're cross-generational when it comes to their music, and they're cross-generational in terms of the number of generations of new diseases they're going to develop with their lack of hygiene. Alright, there's some pills here, and some medicines, so that they can knock themselves out, so they don't have to listen to me yammer on all evening, which frankly sounds like quite a nice idea. Anyone in the bath? No, there isn't a bath. There's just a grill. There's just one of those George Foreman grills that you can buy, which they've stuck to the ceiling to pretend that they can shower once in a blue moon. Alright, I'm beginning to really be convinced that these are actually TV screen models rather than mirrors. But Alright, I suppose I really ought to be looking for the wardrobe, modelled after the Iron Maiden. For the other bits of that page, you should know that was on the wall. There's a little starfish there. How adorable. Oh, here's the code. This is the place where we need the code, probably. This is, we've got a bit of a Venus de Milo thing going on here with the no arms. I'm pretty sure Venus had a face. She wouldn't have been able to really do her job if she couldn't. What on earth is that? Looks like a sort of printer device. How very strange. Any more bits of paper? There is visualbasic.net for, presumably, I'm guessing this is like a instructional code for Python, judging by the snake on the front. Without it, assuming that it's a real thing and not just an absolute joke. Alright, well, we have not found any more bits of paper, which means I must be being very stupid and not seeing them. For they must be somewhere. This is Agent Dorothy Kalowski, ID number 9345, calling from the sheriff's office. Oh goodness, is somebody here to arrest me? We need you to come down to the station again. Last week, at the hearing, you lied to us.
Haven't been in touch with the missing person. Well, we found proof saying otherwise. Now, we need you to come down to the station again as soon as possible. You are not accused of anything, Mr. Heinlein. We just need to set your story straight.
I think lying in court is a crime, and I'm pretty sure it's called perjury, and I'm pretty sure it's quite serious. I'm pretty sure people have gone to prison for that. Okay, so, that's interesting. I didn't realise there was voice acting. I sincerely apologise that I gotten closer to the phone if I'd known there was actually somebody speaking. So that's interesting. So the owner of the home is a bit of a naughty one themselves, it would seem. I am not the only miscreant about. That is good to know. Good to know that I'm in fine company. Alright. So, I think we need to reconstruct this page for the sake of the code. Because there's definitely a 1 there and there's a 2 there. There's 4 lines. I wonder if there might be a number for each line. So this is the second number because it's on the second line, and this is the 4th number because it's on the 4th line. But I need to find the other 2 bits of paper. I just can't find them anywhere. So, give me a moment just to throw my eyes over everything again, make sure I haven't missed anything that's blatantly obvious, or any keys that might open other doors, and we'll see if I can find anything else. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, ooh. And gloomy, faintly lying, whatever that's one you were talking about, I don't know. I think this had a number 6 on it. A grim looking man. I can't tell whether he looks like a 1920s criminal or a 1920s artist, one or the other. The week is dark and gloomy, and ravens faintly flying. Our lives is missing autonomy without persecution or some such tribe, I don't know. So 6-1 something 2. Okay, well I could work it out through trial and error by this point, but I'd rather have another look around and see if I've missed anything else, because I feel like it's probably going to be in the bedroom here. Someplace around here. Yes, it's right here, right under my nose, where my... Right, let's get out of here before we get sued by Disney or whoever owns that, for getting shot, for showing that off. Yes, I remember that being mentioned in one of the Steam reviews. It said there was a cartoon in here, and it was a real cartoon, not a false cartoon, so I best keep away from that. Right, 6152. Okie dokie then. Let's go back into the office and open that up and see what we find within. Hopefully some gold bars or something else equally mischievous. Alright, 6 1 5 2. I don't think that's the right combination. Was it wasn't 6512? Is it 6512 then? No. Good! I have the memory the length of a drawing pen. This bodes very well. Exams. Bodes very well for them. For crying out loud. That was not pleasant. 6152. That was the correct code. You bastard. Okay, that's a nice touch. So, make the code not work the first time, so that they'll go downstairs, and then they'll stick it in again, and this time it will work after they've had the after they've had the chicken goo jump scared off them. Am I going crazy, right? Because I'm not stupid, right? I mean, I am stupid, as you know, improved many times. Unless it's not that simple. Unless it's not like down, not like up to down. Can you maybe like, and I was going to say maybe it's like left to right, but then again those two are sort of equally far to the right. I thought it might be like that one, then that one, if it's sort of going left to right. Because it won't like read it in order to, giddy, I forgot I could do that. It won't sort of read it in order to like read the code out to me. 6152. That is what I'm doing, isn't it? Am I just being really stupid here and having the memory with the length of a lifespan of a gnat? Right, 6152. We'll write this down 75 times if I have to. Do you mind? Right. So are those jump scares just randomly placed, or are they there to punish me for being stupid? Is that what I'm doing? 6 1 5 2. Okay, there must be something more complicated to this than I don't understand. There must be some initial detail that I have not understood because I am without brain.
Last week at the hearing you lied to us, saying you haven't been in touch with the missing person.
There's got to be something in these subtitles.
Now,
Why would they be
when you come down to
highlighting
the
certain
station
words by
again,
capitalizing them? Why would those be important? And there's also the ID number. It's a stab in the dark. I'm just going to stick the ID number of the officer in here just to see if that works. That would be too easy. Yeah, this game is a little. This game is a little. It likes to predict what you're going to do and then have a little fun with you. I appreciate that and I approve of that. I just wish I had the faintest idea what to do with these numbers. Right, so big brain Phil here, by which I mean very stupid Phil, has decided to give up completely and look it up because he can't figure it out because his brain is the size of a walnut. Has looked it up, and very kindly the developers put a guide on their page to explain it. So apparently the numbers relate to the number on the line, right? The number on the line. So like this is the 6th word on the first line, this is the 1st word on the 2nd line, the 5th word on the 3rd line, and the 2nd word on the 4th line. You then need to combine that with the capitalized words in the voicemail. Yes. So they say, what words do they say? They say week, which is the 2nd word on the line. You lied, which is the 4th word. Missing is also the 4th word, and then person is the 3rd word. So the code is, shush madam, so the code is 2443, because it's the placement of the word in each line that is highlighted within the voicemail, which is a little more subtle than I would have expected, but I approve of that. I at least approve of something that makes you actually scratch your brain and think a little bit. Oh good, I have got some monies. However, sorry, it just didn't quite look right to me for some reason. I didn't recognise that bill initially. However, I am going to be a good boy, which is why I've broken into somebody's house that are rummaging through all of their stuff. However, I'm not going to steal their money, because, although to be honest, they're probably in prison. Which means they probably don't need their money. So perhaps I could steal it and get away with it. Oh, goodness. Well, now we get a bit of sound design, alright. Good afternoon, gentlemen. There's another code on there. Perhaps I should go and put that in as well. Do I need this? Scary face. Oh, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today? Again, you really want me to see this number, don't you? I'll write it down just in case, but I feel like I'm about to die. Or is this just a jump scare? I think it was just a jump scare. Alright, fair enough. I like this game. So you can do really good sound design when you want to, you just don't want to do it very often. Alright, fair enough. Oh dear. Okay, live. I like this game. It's a little bit different. I can't put anything in. Can I? Oh goodness, this is going to be really awkward. 2 1, 3, 7. Heaven. This, what was it Fats Wallace said? This joint is jumping? Yes, indeed. Get the answer. This guy really likes to have a little joke with you, doesn't it? It really likes to, sort of play around with you a tad. Okay, fair enough. I think now that I'm deaf from all the jump scares, I might just leave. Oh, I'm not allowed to leave? Oh, alright then. Goodness, this homeowner is not going to be pleased to know that this young ragamuffin has come home and started having rave parties in his home, or whatever under the sun you would call that. Okay, that music was probably copyrighted, and we'll probably, there seems to be a lot of copyrighted stuff in this, but never mind. Can I hear it from downstairs? No, looking at the audio levels, there's no sound, so that's alright then. Okay then, I am glad that that is over with. I actually really like this game for having all its little, little extra silly bits in it. I think that's quite nice and cute. So where am I going from here? Do I need to get the money? Is that the thing? Have I slightly forgotten to do that? Is it still going on, or has it finished? No, it has finished. Good. They have all gotten tuckered out and gone to bed. Alrighty then. I shall steal them. I shall steal the money. Okay. Right. What am I doing with my life now exactly? What am I meant to do now that I've observed all of these things? Is the cartoon still going on? Yes, it is. So we're going to get away from here before we get additionally assaulted, which is going to be a bit of a problem if I actually do need to go in there in order to get something or do something. So we may have to have a little jump cut while I investigate that in order to make sure that I'm not leaving anything behind. Because there's another locked door, and I feel like we should probably go through there before we leave. But maybe now that I've got the money, this will trigger something else to happen. Ooh, the little crucifix I picked up earlier. I knew the religious connotations of that room had to be something. I was just getting overly complicating matters and forgetting I'd picked up the crucifix and I was going around staring at the Last Supper. Never mind, it doesn't matter, I'm just hungry. Let's go through the door and see what happens. Oh goodness, into the basement. I was wondering where this would go actually. I thought this might lead into like the back garden or something. But no, I don't think it's going to be anything quite that pleasant or horticultural. Instead, we're just going to see some little doors to prison cells, where we'll presumably get locked in this BDSM dungeon for the mischievous things that they can imagine doing with those jumping cables or whatever under the sun those things are. Jump start leads, that's what I was thinking of. Oh goodness, there is a bodice, and a bonce, and everything. Oh dear, and a leg. Dear, oh dear. Do I need to open this? I need something to cut the chain. Why am I still down here? I would have, I'd have left like half an hour ago, but never mind. In the fridge? What's in the fridge? Oh, many bits and bobs of broken people. This is very sad. What is that? I think that's a edge of someone's mouth or something. Most mysterious. There's also some music playing. That sounds quite nice. It's extremely quiet, but it sounds very old and of past years. So that makes me happy at least. What's that? Oh, that's a drain. Sorry, I thought it was another key, but no. Okay, so I need to find something to This is macabre. I mean, this is also macabre, but this as well. I need to find some sort of tool in order to break the chain. Okay, I should leave this place. Oh, you don't want to break the chain? Oh, all right then. Kitty, there's a bit of lag between sort of his brain and sort of basic common sense and logic that tells you, oh no, I am stuck here. Is now the time I need to break the chain in order to find like a key or something? Okay, fair enough. We just kind of got the temporal ordering of our logic muddled a little. Tuvok would be upset, but don't worry about it. Okay, right, I need... what's that? Sound like a combination of a very raucous fart and a television being turned on with loads of static. I presume that's not what it was. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'm going to find something to break this with. Seriously. Ooh, this door has been opened. Goodness, I see. yeah, it would kind of make sense that the thing you need to cut the here we are. Thank you. To cut the chain wouldn't be accessible until after you've tried to leave the room. That means good afternoon. How are you, Doctor? Am I still alive or am I dead? I can't turn my light on. Oh goodness, my tootsies have been impaled with a nail gun. Oh, I see the reenactment. Hello. Thank you for being pandemic secure. I approve. So, how have you been? Nice house you've got here. I love what you've done with the place. I love all of the blood that you've splattered everywhere. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It really brings out the you in this home. In the sense that it makes me think there's a Muppet living here. Good afternoon. Okay, that was little, that was silly, but I rather enjoyed that, to be honest. Yeah. Little and silly, but I like the creativity of the puzzles. I like that it's not just find pieces of paper, put them together, it's got a number on it, you then put the number on. I like there's a bit more thinking to it. Yes, it's a bit challenging, and yes, I wasn't clever enough to figure it out, but I like that, you know, it stretched me and made me think, rather than just being another very simple exercise. And also the developer had the walkthrough there as well, which means we could still complete the game, even though I was not intellectually capable of doing it. So I approve of that. Right then, that was the last job. That was a bit silly, but I rather enjoyed that. Ah, dear. I like that. I hope you did as well. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.